For those
Um,
of you on Facebook,
yeah, so we had a technical difficulty there for a second.
but she
Um,
fixed it because she is that good.
well, the only way I know how to like fix stuff like that is like to turn off the recording
Reboot.
and then just do it again. Luckily, though, that was an easy fix because like harder fixes are like sound or like video because you just I mean you're very limited on what you can do.
And Larry's gone. He's not even
Yeah.
in the building today.
So
So
we're definitely roughing it, and we had a rough start. So when we first streamed, we talked about mornings, slow mornings,
yeah,
um, kind of like you talked about finding a new like devotion since you.
yeah, something to do in the mornings.
Mhm.
So, and thank goodness, right now media is just loaded.
Oh my goodness, they
So
have
that's what
so
I'm doing.
many new
Yeah,
artists. Whew, wow.
yeah, devotionals and
Devotionals and that kind of
yeah, all
stuff.
kinds of stuff.
Did you see that Right Now Media actually has a daily devotional section?
No, I didn't.
Just saw that the other day,
Huh.
and I think that was really cool. So some of them are a whole year. Good morning, Jeannie. Good morning, Beverly.
Morning, Bev.
We fixed the problem. Some of them are for a whole year. Some of them are like 5 weeks or
Huh.
5 days, 10 days. So it's really cool. And there's a lot of different Jenny Allen's on there.
Hmm.
I know Francis Chan, I think, has one.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. And they're like
Cool.
videos too. Which,
Huh.
that's cool.
I've been wanting to go through Hebrews. I've been wanting to go through Romans when we were reading through the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
You go, oh, I want to research that, but I'll get behind on the Bible, so I let it go by. So
Mm-hmm.
those two books, I think I'm going to find studies on those. And there's one in Romans that runs like 16 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So maybe that.
Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning. I was laughing with my wife. Today's devotional stabs me in the heart, so we'll get to it. But Beverly, I apologize in advance for bringing up home stuff to the whole world on Facebook.
It's okay. My dad brings up personal stories sometimes during the
Oh,
sermons.
does he? Okay, I feel better.
Yeah.
At least when she locks me out of the house when I get home, I'll know.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't do that. That's my side.
Yeah, he tries to disguise it with like my oldest daughter, my youngest daughter, but we all know. I mean, it's not like a secret.
We all know.
Yeah, we all know. We all know who he's talking about.
Well, he says that he likes you best. So
yeah, I think that's the impression that I get.
Yeah, is Hope on?
I don't know.
We should hear from her. If
Yeah,
she is.
I mean, I know that I'm their favorite.
Oh, right.
So,
yeah. Well, that's the rumor going around.
Yeah. So Hope and I, when we get introduced to other people, we say, "Oh yeah, I'm their favorite." So for Christmas, my mom got us matching mugs that says Santa's favorite.
Oh, nice.
So I thought that was. We got you out of the shadows.
Yeah, you've got Fridays. You can make up for it on Friday.
Yeah, you can tell stories,
Yeah, Mondays and Wednesdays, Hillary's the favorite.
Woohoo! Although Mondays are hard because Hope's with me.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys did a good job Monday.
Oh, thanks. We were really struggling Monday. Mondays are really hard, especially like this is our technically like full week back into the office because we've had New Year's Day, Christmas. Christmas was hard because it was Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
So and then next Monday is actually Martin Luther King Day. So that's another holiday. So it's hard. So this Monday was like the first back to the grind kind of,
Business, kinda,
yeah. So it was kind of difficult, but thanks. I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
We just totally winged it.
So Hope, you're somebody's favorite. So, and you can't get mad about it because today's Bible verse says that friends forgive. Spouses too. Dang it.
Well, that's a good segue, Jim. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Here, I gotta find it. So we actually cheat And we don't do Wednesday's devotion. We actually do Tuesday's devotion the day before.
Because we can't get up early enough to look at Wednesdays before we have to do Wednesdays.
Yeah. Well, and that way it gives us a little bit more leeway too. The devotion that we're going to be doing is from Proverbs 17:17. And it says, "A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity." And then the actual devotion, the value of each other. As much as the world around us tries to lure us into self-dependency, God created us for each other, for community, for a life that's not alone. The author of Proverbs said it like this: "A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity." Proverbs 17:17. We all face hard times, sometimes when we at least expect it. But a friend's genuine care can mean the world. A sibling's unconditional love can't be replaced, and a neighbor's practical help is priceless. We need each other more than we realize, emotionally, practically, and spiritually. If you found yourself in a busy season where you're unintentionally neglected your true friends or been too busy for a real family, now is the time to reprioritize. If there's any unresolved conflict with a friend or family member and it's slowly deteriorating the relationship, now is the time to set aside your pride and choose to make things right. If you're silently struggling with your own, now is the moment to let someone in. Give them a call, send them a text, or show up on their doorstep. If you can't be honest and vulnerable, it will be difficult to help. Not only do you need people, but those same people need you. You have strengths, gifts, and talents, and a personality that's unique to you and beneficial to them, and vice versa. Why bury them in the ground in the name of autonomy when they can benefit others? Sometimes we need to ask for help, and sometimes we need to be the help. Do you need help, or can you offer it? Could you use an extra hand? Do you have some extra time, money, advice, or expertise to give? If you're tempted to self-isolate, don't forget we are meant to live life together. Just hits you right in the soul.
It does. And I will say that Bev and I, after 43 years now, have learned the part about you're a helpmate.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, she fills the gaps for me so well, and I fill the gaps for her as well. If she's having a bad day, I can be up. If I'm having a bad day, she can be up.
Mm-hmm.
There's a thing that happened when we lived in Clovis, where I'm the fixer in the house, the tinkerer,
Mm-hmm.
and we laid new linoleum. And I was moving the refrigerator back in before the glue was dry on the linoleum. So I ripped the linoleum, had just put it down, brand new, tear in it. And so the refrigerator started moving real quick by leaps and bounds. And I was stomping and cussing. And she was the calming, "Jim, it's going to be okay. We can cut that little square out."
Yeah.
And I can do the same for her.
Mm-hmm.
She dropped a bowl yesterday. Pyrex bowl.
Oh, wow.
And for those of you who are familiar with Pyrex, it doesn't just drop, it explodes.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it was empty, but I mean, glass went everywhere. And she was just dumbfounded, and I just bought it for Christmas, last Christmas, not this Christmas. And it was just, I knew immediately it was my job to jump up and take care of the glass. Give me a broom, we got this. And so we do that well for each other. What we don't do well in the first part of this verse that really shot me down was forgiveness. I will admit to the world, and it breaks my heart to do it, just makes me clench my teeth. Bev gets irritated, I pout. And so when something's going wrong, she can say, hey, and then it's over.
Yeah.
If something goes wrong from her side that I feel offended, it's like lock myself in the shop, holler through the door, "Don't bother me, I'm okay," for 2 weeks. And that's a struggle for me. So I apologize to the world, and I apologize to you, Bev. I'll try and do better.
But I sometimes do the same thing. Like, it's easier sometimes to kind of just like forget like the problem even existed, and you just like keep going.
Yeah.
But it doesn't resolve anything.
Yeah, it doesn't go away.
Yeah. it just comes back in another way, shape, or form.
We normally end up solving it, but it takes her 5 minutes. It takes me 5 months.
Yeah. So the question in the devotion is, how can you better love your friends? They give their answers are by initiating quality time with them, by going out of my way to serve them, by writing them an encouraging note.
Christmas cards
That's a good one.
come to mind.
Yeah. So how can you guys answer the question, how can you better love your friends or family? Because it also talked about siblings and stuff too.
Yeah. Good morning, Jacob.
Good morning, Vicky and Bethany. Because it's a good question. And sometimes it's harder to answer than we think.
You know, I like Andy Stanley. When he talks to a crowd, and they show videos of him talking to his church, they invite non-Christians in, and he says, "Okay, now for you non-Christians," he said, "you don't have to do this because Jesus said so, but you might look at it because it's just good advice."
Oh yeah,
and that fits on the community thing, pulling in friends and making them feel wanted. Even Bev and I were in the military for 20-something years. And every 4 years you go to a new base, traditionally. And either the officers' wives or the NCO wives or somebody's club made a point of pulling the new guys in. When you arrived, they put you on a bus, took you around, introduced you to people. This is your squadron. This is where you'll sit. Here's your pretty desk, and got you settled and integrated into the family. And the first thing Bev and I would do is find a church, to find people that we could breathe and talk to. And we're built for community. It gets lonely out there if you don't.
Right. And I think something that COVID showed us, especially as a church, is how can we change the ways of community, the way that we reach out to our community. Because it changes all the time.
Yeah.
And something that my dad has been talking about is,
I'm so excited.
I know, it's so exciting, and I feel like at the same time it can be like kind of scary too, is like, how can we as a church change to reach our community? Because it is important to reach out. And the past couple of weeks we've had so many new families and visitors come into church, and that's amazing.
And it's so easy when you find a group you're comfortable with. It's so easy for the doors to close in and say, "Okay, this is my crowd."
Right.
And I think in general, our church is pretty good about not doing that, especially your family with the kids club and youth and all the stuff that you guys are integrated in. But for the church body, it's going to be really good for us. It's going to force us to get out to find out who the community is.
Right.
That's what I'm excited about.
Yeah.
We've been talking in the youth for a long time about handing out bottles of water at like July Jamboree and stuff. And yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Oh, would you agree that Jesus worshiped the Father while he was on earth? Yeah. Easy one.
Yeah, Dennis said making an effort to bring back mailing birthday cards to families and friends.
Yeah.
So I'm not good at mailing stuff, but I make up for it by just like random like phone calls.
Oh yeah.
So Hope is really good about sending cards. And I, instead of sending cards, will just text or call my grandparents or text them.
Yeah. You guys have a great mentor in your mom. She is fantastic at letting people know that they've done well and are loved.
Yeah. And she does really good at sending cards too.
Yeah. Appreciate your response. So the God of Jesus whom he worshipped was one person, the Father. How many persons is the God you worship? As Baptists and Protestants, we worship three, and all three are really good at forgiving, like Proverbs say. So.
Yep. Do you have anything else to?
No, just that I hope that, oh no, Friday doesn't follow up on Wednesday, does it?
No.
I would like suggestions on how I can get better about forgiveness. What are the steps? Because I know it's wrong and I do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and doggone it. If I could get rid of the pout thing and just say, okay, problem solved, let's move on from here.
Mm-hmm.
That would make my life a lot better. Oh, so your God and the God of Jesus are not the same. Well, yeah, we believe they are.
Yep. Vicky, Bethany, you're right. Yep.
Yes, we received a number of sweet cards. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when we do a VBS, man, every day that you show up, she's got something like you're the Tootsie Roll of.
Yeah. Like it was last year, the last day, she just had that ginormous box of chocolate. And it's like sometimes you just need a box of chocolate, and so we all got to choose like candy bars or like there were actual like little like boxes of chocolate, and
she's like Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and Jesus all put together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She did a great job.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'll close this out with a prayer that's on the devotion. I really like that, like how they have prayers in the devotion too.
Yeah, me too.
Because
that's a good system.
Yeah, it is a really good system.
YouVersion of the Bible. If you guys aren't there. So.
Daily devotions. So, okay. We'll go ahead and pray us out.
Okay.
God, thank you that I don't have to go through life alone. I'm grateful you created us to depend on one another and share our life experiences with others. Community is your design, and I pray that I won't take it for granted. Help me to love and serve my friends well. In Jesus' name, amen.
And in answer, the way we believe is that Jesus didn't need to worship a triune God because he was part of the triune God. So anyway, that's the way our point of view.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks for joining in.
Yep. We will not see you on Friday, but Hope and Paul will.
Yeah.
So we hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and we together will see you next Wednesday.
If not before.
Yep. See ya.